Think of the origin, existence and growth of religion, family trade and exploitation when going through old temples, mosques, churches, viharas, gurudwaras etc., protected as well as ignored by the ASI. Here is some parts of an old newspaper article from the Hindu newspaper, December 6, 2002, when the demolition of the Babri Masjid on December 6, 1992 was that seminal moment in the national life that unalterably changed the trajectory of history of India, illustrating the failed attempt of ASI to protect a 1,000-year-old construction in stone in a geologically important place. A hill described by several people more old than the volcanic Eastern Ghat hills known as Aruna Achala of Tamil Nadu, India hold a 1,000-year-old temple which is considered as the biggest Shiva temple of that time, maybe today too, not sure, just in the foot of it in Thiruvannamalai, Tamil Nadu. The Archaeological Survey of India's move to declare a temple in Tamil Nadu a monument of national importance gives rise to a wave of protests. A controversy has erupted in Tamil Nadu over an apparently well-intentioned move of the Archaeological Survey of India, ASI, to declare the Arunachaleswara Temple at Thiruvannamalai, 200 kilometers from Chennai, a monument of national importance, and thereby conserve and preserve it. While the traders and real estate developers in the town, especially those around the temple, fear that the ASI's move will cut into the flow of pilgrims and affect their business, the state government is piqued that the central government-run ASI did not consult it before making the unilateral move. There also seems to be a misunderstanding of the ASI's use of the word monument on the part of the traders and the state government. They fear that the ASI will interfere with the temple's daily pujas and rituals, collect entry fee from pilgrims, and convert the shrine into a site of mere archaeological importance. The explanations of K.T. Narasimhan, superintending archaeologist, ASI Chennai Circle, that the ASI will not take over the temple but will only declare it a monument of national importance in order to restore it to its original grandeur, have not convinced the traders and the state government. Narasimhan asserted that the ASI will not interfere with the pujas and rituals, or ask for a share in the offerings. In short, the ASI would have nothing to do with the temple administration, he said. He listed the temples, churches, mosques and gurdwaras that are living, but declared monuments of national importance by the ASI. Many churches in Goa and the Nizamuddin Mosque in New Delhi were declared monuments of national importance. However, services and prayers were held there every day, he pointed out. The Arunachaleswara Temple is about 1,000 years old. The huge Shiva temple complex was built during the period of the Cholas, at the foothills of the Thiruvannamalai range. One of the biggest temple complexes in Tamil Nadu, it is situated on a campus of 24.35 acres. There are about 300 shrines in the complex. It has 4 Rajagopurams in 4 directions, a 1,000-pillared mantapa, 2 huge tanks, the Sivaganga Punya Tirtham and the Brahma Tirtham. The temple is under the control of the Hindu Religious and Charitable Endowment Department, Tamil Nadu. A Mahakumbhishekam was performed there on June 27, 2002, and the temple complex received a facelift. The Karthigai Deepam festival held in the temple every year attracts devotees from various parts of the country. The Ramana Maharshi Ashram and Yogi Ram Suratkumar Ashram attract devotees from all over. The fact remains that the temple campus is poorly maintained. The 4 Madha streets around the temple are dirty. There is a parking lot opposite a Rajagopuram, with vehicles parked pell-mell. There is a stinking toilet near that. There are encroachments all around. Rubbish is heaped here and there. To borrow a quote from Ananda Coomaraswamy, commerce has settled on every tree around the temple. On September 20th, the Union Department of Culture issued a preliminary notification under subsection I of Section 4 of the Ancient Monuments and Archaeological Sites and Remains Act, 1958, expressing its intention to declare the Arunachaleswara Temple a monument of national importance. The preliminary notification said that any objection to this declaration could be made before November 20 and it would be considered by the Director General, ASI. If a final notification were to come through, an area with a radius of up to 300 meters from the temple would be declared prohibited and regulated. No mining or construction could take place within the first 100-meter radius. Any such activity in the next 200-meter radius would have to receive the approval of the ASI. The preliminary notification was issued after Union Minister for Culture and Tourism Jagmohan visited Thiruvannamalai in April and was reportedly impressed by the temple complex. From the first week of November, an orchestrated chorus of protests went up in the town, led by traders who branded the preliminary notification a move to take over the temple administration. They argued that the temple was a living one and not a monument and that it was unconstitutional for the ASI to take it over. A Temple Protection Committee was set up, led by R. Coomaraswamy. According to him, the committee had members from all sections of society in the town and from political parties. He claimed that just as there was a Waqf board for Muslims, Hindus had a right over the Arunachaleswara Temple. For Hindus, it is a living temple. Pujas take place every day. So we should protect the temple, he said. Coomaraswamy used the word Tholporal, ancient monuments, in Tamil, to claim that the ASI could only take over temples in ruins or where no pujas were conducted. He said, the ASI has not maintained properly the temples it has taken over. For instance, it is not maintaining properly the Aman temple on top of the Ginji fort. The temple is gathering dust and no festivals are conducted. Alien note, as not a native, not sure, which Aman coil in Ginji fort, as a young man from the bottom of the hill told, 2 buffaloes are sacrificing illegally every year until March 2024 in both those temples. He told Aman coil one here and one above and encouraged to climb the hill. If the ASI takes over the Thiruvannamalai temple, it cannot administer it well. On the poor upkeep of the temple complex, he asked, which temple is not dirty? Which temple does not suffer from encroachments? Where crowds gather, there will be trade, and consequently dirty environs. Quote, on November 6, traders observed a band in the town, protesting against the ASI move. About 5,000 residents took out a procession and raised slogans condemning the preliminary notification. The fear of the traders and real estate developers, which is not expressed openly, is that a prohibition and regulation rule will come into force in a 300-meter radius from the complex if the final notification comes through. No construction activity can take place within the first 100-meter radius. Activity will be highly curtailed in the next 200-meter radius. This will hit construction activity and trade. They also fear that the ASI would interfere with the pujas and start collecting entry fee from devotees, which would lead to a decline in their number. The HR&CE department was worried that the ASI would ask for a share in the Hundi collection. The Tamil Nadu government was annoyed that it was cold-shouldered when the ASI issued the notification. It was not impressed with the 2 crores that the ASI would make available for the initial restoration of the temple. The HR&CE department could mobilize more funds, it said. Besides, the temple had now grown into a religious center of international importance, more as an abode of faith than as a site of mere archaeological importance, it claimed. Several political parties, including the ruling All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, AIADMK, the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, DMK, the Congress, I, and the Marumalachi Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, MDMK, and the Shankaracharya of the Kanchi Kamakoti Peetam, Sri Jayendra Saraswati, jumped onto the protest bandwagon. DMK President and former Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi wrote to Prime Minister A.B. Vajpayee requesting him to direct the ASI to give up its move, to safeguard the interests of lakhs of devotees and thousands of merchants. On November 13, Justice R. Balasubramanian of the Madras High Court granted a stay on the September 20 preliminary notification declaring the temple a monument of national importance. This was consequent to the H.R.&CE Commissioner M.A. Gaurashankar and Thiruvannamalai Devasthanam Executive Officer K. Sriraman challenging the notification. Narasimhan asserted that the ASI had no religion. Under the Ancient Monuments and Archaeological Sites and Remains Act, any structure that was more than 100 years old could be declared a monument of national importance. He explained that the intention was to conserve the monument for future generations. That is the main motive. Monuments declared to be of national importance by the ASI fell under 2 categories: living monuments and monuments where no religious activity is underway. Narasimhan said, in living monuments, where religious activity is going on at the time of declaration, the status quo will continue. It means that all pujas and rituals that are being performed, as in the Arunachaleswara Temple, will continue. There will be no curb on religious activities. We declare structures where no religious activity is current as dead monuments. But we can serve both types. Quote, Narasimhan pointed out that in Tamil Nadu itself the ASI had under its control several living temples, such as the Vaikuntha Perumal Temple, the Iruvathinswara Temple and the Kailasanatha Temple, all at Kachipuram, the Brihadiswara Temple at Tanjavur, the Jalakanswara Temple at Vellore, and the St. Mary's Church on the Fort St. George campus in Chennai. Although they were declared to be of national importance, pujas and services were underway in all of them. Besides, the ASI had restored to their original splendor the gopurams of Sri Kailasanatha, Vaikunthaperumal, Iruvathinswara and Brihadiswara temples, and laid out lawns too, he said. Narasimhan, a conservationist, led the restoration and conservation work on these temples. The ASI's Chennai Circle has preserved 410 ancient structures and sites in Tamil Nadu. About the declaration on the Arunachaleswara Temple, Narasimhan said the structures extant now within a radius of 100 meters would not be disturbed. New constructions would be taboo within that radius. He repeated that the ASI would not interfere with the religious administration or charge any fee from the devotees. In 1767, a battle between Hyder Ali and the British was fought in the Thiruvannamalai and Chengam Pass areas. In 1801, the British East India Company divided the district into North Arcot and South Arcot for administrative reasons. Further, the boundaries of the district were realigned and restructured frequently. In 1911 Chittor district was formed from North Arcot district, and in the same year Thiruvannamalai Taluk from South Arcot district was included with the North Arcot district. ASI was founded in 1861 by Alexander Cunningham, who also became its first Director General. 2002 The Hindu report says, the Archaeological Survey of India's move to declare a temple in Tamil Nadu a monument of national importance gives rise to a wave of protests. The temple is still not a usual ASI site as seen in March 2024 here. It seems true that trade, religion, family temples and others alike are some unknown tools of exploitation.